whole nother thing. You're like a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Tell me what's the difference between your day-to-day responsibilities when you first started to what your day-to-day responsibilities are now.
When I first started, so I had all these ideas of how to break acts with social media. And if I say it now, you guys will be like, that's not a big deal. But when I was saying it, people thought I was crazy. So I was like, I want to break an act off of MySpace. I want to break an act off of YouTube. I want to get a bunch of hits and build an audience on YouTube so that there's a buzz. People literally were telling me, you cannot break an act off of YouTube. You can't monetize a person on YouTube. And now it's how every A&R justifies their boss to sign an artist. So my day-to-day at that time, I left SoSoDef, I disappeared. I did a ludicrous Pontiac deal with 2 miles an hour song. It was kind of my calling card for making money on the side consulting. And then I signed an artist named Asher Roth off of MySpace. And Asher lived on my couch. And then I found 4 months later a 12-year-old kid on YouTube who everyone was like, why are you signing this kid? And I moved him and his mother down to Atlanta, Georgia in a townhouse around the corner from me under my name. They were Canadian citizens. You're not supposed to do that. And I budgeted that I would no longer do parties. I would concentrate only on that. Because I read something that Jimmy Iovine said that when he made Interscope Records, he stopped producing. He only focused on Interscope to make sure it worked. And I only focused on building those 2 acts for the first couple of years. And I still remember the night. I'm kind of going in a different direction real quick, but it's important for you people to hear. I remember being 25 years old. At that time in Atlanta, I was already a very big party promoter in Miami and Atlanta. And people thought I was killing it. And I had these 2 acts. But like I said, I stopped throwing parties. So your money is slowly going away. I budgeted 13 months that I could survive without going completely broke. Month 11, my dad called me to check up on me. Now, I dropped out of college a long time ago. I hadn't taken money from my dad since I was 18 years old. So he's just checking up on his son. I broke down hysterically crying on the phone that night. I'll never forget it because earlier that day I paid for pizza with change because I knew that I was basically out of money in 2 months. And the money I had set aside could only go to pay Justin and his mother's bills and Asher's bills. And everyone thought I was killing it, and I was done. It was over. And my dad said, well, you come this far, see it through. And the next day, Asher walked in my house and played me a record called I Love College. And we had to tweak the hook a little bit. And you know, we put out this mixtape called The Greenhouse Effect a week later. We got him doing shows up to 10 grand and 20 grand, and my little commission was holding me over week to week. And then I closed a publishing deal for him that saved the company, and I doubled down, and I've never had to look back. And I can tell you that it was that fine moment where I was this close to failure, and you just keep going, and you realize that as bad as it gets, you get to wake up the next day and keep going. So, you know, I think that's important.